Hey villagers, welcome back to the 80s version of the Creator's Village. I'm Rick McIver, your village idiot, and man who can't do this anymore. No, this is too much even for me. Oh my god, okay. I do want my MTV back though, that would be nice. Woo! What do we have here on the boom arm today? Well, this is Yamaha's new condenser mic, the YCM-01. It is an electret condenser microphone. And what does that mean, you say? Well, an electret condenser refers to the capsule inside the actual microphone, and it's a different kind of capsule that's actually already charged, so technically it doesn't need 48-volt power, phantom power, but it actually does, because you have to power the other components inside the microphone, and all of that is just... It doesn't matter at all. Now, the YCM-01 comes in two different colors. It comes in white and it comes in black. And I thought the white version would pop better on camera because it's kind of dark in here, so it would look interesting. The microphone itself is all metal construction. It's fairly heavy duty. It's got these kind of ridges on here, and it's got a mesh grill inside. You can't really see the capsule. There's no gain dials on this. There's not a low cut filter. There's no switches. There's no pad. There's nothing. It's just the microphone. An XLR microphone. You plug it in and off you go. It does have a fun little blue light though, which I think means, hey, this is the side that you're supposed to talk into, so that's kind of fun. This is the XLR version. I think Yamaha put out a USB version of this microphone. They have one that looks very, very similar to this. It is a cardioid pickup pattern, which means I have some room left to right to talk into the front of this microphone without it dropping off too much. However, let's test the off-axis rejection. So I'm going to talk directly into the front of the microphone. Then we're going to rotate it 90 degrees and I'm talking into the microphone. Now I'm going to talk into the back of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. Now, this is the other side, the 90 degrees off-axis and right into the front. And as you can see, I can kind of move left to right and it doesn't fall off too much. Quick plosive test. Pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. Pizza is perfect with pineapple on top. Pizza's perfect with pineapple on top. And now for the proximity test. Here I am right up on the microphone. I'm almost touching it. This is how it sounds when I get close to it. This is how I usually talk on a condenser microphone. About a fist away. That's usually safe distance for me, pointed at the corner of my mouth. This is how it sounds when I'm a couple of fists away from the microphone. Now, for some reason, if you had to go way back, here I am about an arm's distance away from the microphone, and this is how it sounds. Now, I don't know why you would ever need to do this, but here you go. Let's do a quick tap test. Here's the desk. Here's the boom arm. Here's the microphone. Any resonant frequencies? Now, obviously, when Yamaha was designing this microphone, they wanted it to stand out. They wanted it to look different, so that maybe if someone was doing something on camera, that they would choose this microphone because it looks unique, it looks different. They definitely achieved that. Now, when we go to compare this microphone against other microphones side by side, we're going to have to take that into consideration. We can't just use any old condenser microphone that you would have in a studio that looks like this. It's kind of dull and boring and like every other condenser microphone on the market. No. We have to compare it against microphones that look interesting on camera. So first up, we're going to do the Worker B2. Remember, put on headphones because that's the only way you can really tell the difference between the two microphones. The YCM-01 against the Worker B2. Let's get these positions so they're just about... There we go. So the Worker B2 here, this microphone is from Neat. They just released it about a year ago, a little over a year ago. And we're starting with this microphone because with the interesting looking microphones going side to side here, this is the least expensive one that I own. In fact, I looked it up on Amazon right before I came into the booth, and it's listed at $60. So the Worker B2 is a large diaphragm condenser mic, as opposed to the Yamaha YCM-01. I wish they would name their microphones. You could call this one like the Yamaha Ghost or Suppository. Not Suppository, that's a bad name for a microphone. Even though it kind of looks... Never mind, disregard all that. Now, the Yamaha, the YCM-01, is $111 on Amazon right now. So It's probably gone up or down. I think originally it was 120 bucks. They've got it on sale right now. This one originally was like $99. It's on sale for 60 bucks right now. Large diaphragm condenser, electret condenser. Looks fun and interesting on camera. Looks interesting on camera. Which one would you choose? Which one sounds better? Let's go to the next mic. Okay, I put my jacket back on so you can kind of see the PGA 181 here. It's a very interesting microphone. In fact, it's one of my favorite inexpensive condenser microphones. I put it up against the Sennheiser 416, and it really gave it a run for its money. The reason this microphone is next is because normally it's about $100. It's on sale right now for $86. It's quite a steal. It's a great little microphone. It has great articulation. It is super sensitive to plosives. Oh my God. Plosives? Oh my God. Right, you would never do that. That's why we crosstalk. We point the microphones at the corner of our mouth, and we talk past the diaphragm, and that helps a little bit, but you do need a pop filter from time to time. So the PG-181, fun little microphone. How does it sound compared against the Yamaha YCM-01? The PG-181 is also a cardioid condenser, so you can kind of move a little bit back and front to this and not fall too much off axis. So let's go on to the next microphone, shall we? On the next rung of the cost ladder is the blue Ember. This is a small diaphragm condenser microphone. This is an electret condenser microphone. The blue Ember, interesting, looks different on camera. It's not your regular old studio microphone that could be just any microphone on camera. No, when you see the blue Ember, you know what it is. When you see the YCM-01, you go, that's the letters and numbers microphone. But how do they sound compared back to each other? Hopefully you're listening on headphones, and hopefully you can hear a difference back to back. The Ember right now is 90 bucks. This one about $110, $120, somewhere in that range. This is the full cost of the Ember. The Ember's not on sale right now. $90 is about average price you're going to find for it. This one being so new, who knows? The price may go up, the price may go down. So switching back and forth, can you hear a difference? I hope that you can. We have a few more microphones to get to, so let's get to them. So what do we have next? The neat King B2. This is their flagship microphone and certainly weighs as much as an aircraft carrier. I got to tell you that. This thing is so heavy I had to readjust the tension on the boom arm. It is just a hunker. It's a beefy boy. And, well, it sounds pretty good. Both of these microphones cost right about the same amount of money. This is on sale right now for $115, normally $120. This is normally $120, and it's on sale for $111 right now. Prices may vary depending on when you're actually watching this video. One of the things I like about the King B2 is that it comes in this fantastic shock mount. It has a little pop filter on it, and that does an okay job. You could do better with the pop filter, but it's not bad. And being a large diaphragm condenser, I just love the way it sounds. These microphones, when they first came off the assembly line, had some grounding issues, but I think that's been worked out. I haven't heard anybody complain about that. But it's beefy. The way that the mount is attached, it has this notched system, which actually, it's interesting. I want to talk about that on the Yamaha. The hard mount that they provide, you really have to wrench down the tension on the little adjustment. So if I loosen it to angle the microphone a little bit, I'll just finger tighten it like I normally do for my other microphones, and it just kind of droops and falls over. So you have to really wrench it down like that, and then it should stay in position. We have one more microphone to compare the YCM-01 to, so let's move on. Okay, last but certainly not least is the Blue Spark. This is the original Blue Spark when it came in orange. It's not blue, it's orange. The ones you buy these days is actually black, but that's neither here nor there. This is the original, and I really, really like the sound of this microphone. I've listened to it on lots of different recordings, and it just sounds so smooth. I love it a lot. It has a little bonus button on the bottom here that's supposed to punch the mids, but I leave that off because I like the way it sounds naturally. So This one is about 150 used on eBay right now. I think I paid about 150 for it, but this one is also like mint condition. So here you go. This is the Spark, and this is the YCM-01. Which one do you like better? This one is about 120 bucks unless it goes on sale. This one you can find used somewhere between 90 and I paid 150 for this one. So I am ready now to take all this footage and edit it together and then listen back and forth and try to hear the difference, and I'll come back with my own conclusion. So, future me, what do you think? The YCM was disappointing, and I'm actually not that surprised. I didn't expect a whole lot out of this microphone. I wanted to expect more. I wanted it to be better than it was, but for me, for my tastes, what I hear, it's really, really thin. It's very thin. It has this almost bitey quality to it. I know that mid-forward is very trendy right now, but this takes the mid-high and kind of punches it even more. And for me, for my voice, and my voice is pretty resonant, it's pretty deep when I want it to be, it didn't work for me. So I can't imagine if you have someone who has a sibilant voice or who has a higher timbre in their voice tried to use this microphone, it would drive an engineer nuts. Okay, I also noticed this. When I demonstrated how you had to really tighten the tension knob here, and then the mic kind of went boonk and fell over, after that, I don't know if you heard it, I did, there was this very slight hum, like it knocked something over, and I haven't been able to replicate that, so I don't know what caused it, if something knocked loose in the microphone, or I don't know what else could have done it, but there was a very, very slight hum in the background for pretty much the rest of the video after this mic kind of tipped over, and that was with the blue Spark, that orange microphone, the very last one. If you listen back and forth, you'll hear this one has kind of a sound to it in the background. It didn't sound like a computer fan, and it didn't sound like a 60-cycle hum. It was different. So, I don't know. Check it out. See if you hear it. And that's the YCM-01, the new condenser microphone from Yamaha. I'd love to know what you think. I thought it was a little disappointing. Kind of like the 80s.
You're just pissed off and bitter.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video has been helpful. Until next time.